let's give the same treatment to a B chord, a B note now. So most likely to use that there on the 7th fret of the 1st string. So, think to yourself, if A is the root note, then what's B? It's the 2nd, but in the next octave up, it would be called a 9th. 2 plus 7 equals 9. So it would be part of a B9, an A9 chord. So that's one way of playing an A9 chord where you've got 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. So we're barring there and playing those 3 fingers there. So 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. And then what would it be to a D7 chord? It's a 6th. So we can add it in up there. Would I actually do that? I'd go. Yeah, I might do that. And then it's in an E7 chord anyway. It's the B, as in. So it's the major third of. Sorry, it's not. It's the perfect fifth. Perfect fifth of E, as in 1 is E, G sharp is the major third, B is the perfect fifth. So again, we've got a 9th and a 6th, but this time instead of a 3rd, we've got a 5th. So let's see what we can do with that. So. Oops, that's not the right chord at all. Makes it sound a bit more serious there, doesn't it, that B? And then. So that was just an A stretched up to a B, because it's in the E chord anyway, so. Don't do that. Is there anything else? Let's see. What we've ended up with here is, because we already had the Aeolian pentatonic scale, and now we've added a B and an F sharp to it. If we put them there, and we put them there and there, a B and an F sharp there, and then there's another B there, what have we ended up with? We have ended up with A Dorian, the heptatonic version, the 7-note version of A Dorian. Now, if we used it like that, it's not going to sound very bluesy. It's too. You could do jazz like that. You could go. So that would be quite jazzy. But if we want it to sound bluesy, then we tend to stick to our pentatonic scale. The blues note, put it in there. In this case it's E flat, so and then we want to stick in the F sharp and the B. Really, it's a bit like seasoning. It's a bit of salt and pepper, you know. You don't want to make a whole meal out of salt and pepper, but you can certainly add a bit of flavour here or there. So that was mostly pentatonic until I just hit that one note there. Like that. And then so most of that's pentatonic stuff, but also including that major thirds and minor thirds and major third thing as often as possible as well. I don't know if there's any more information to add to that really. You're just sticking it in as a bit of extra flavour, so sounds a bit serious like that, doesn't it? That was a bit experimental. Not very good. In case you find any of those particular moments a little bit tasty, then one thing to bear in mind is if you're watching this in VLC media player, you can slow the video down. You know, just in case you think, oh, that bit, how did that happen? What note was that? Why did that sound like that? You can just slow it down. Hope that helps. Don't get too bogged down in all these different notes. Just try and think of it as the pentatonic scale. Add the blues note in there, E flat, and then occasionally add those two notes on the 7th fret. That's your B and your F sharp. And if you really want to be, if you feel ready, you can add them on the 4th fret of the middle two strings, B, F sharp. Don't bother with the other two strings. So if you add them in too much, it's going to sound a bit jazzy, perhaps a bit waffly. Maybe jazz is a bit waffly. Who am I to say? Good. Have fun with that, Ian. See you on Saturday.